So we're going to do a set of some sun salutes, followed by some stretches, and we'll see how we go from there. So standing at the front of your mat so that you can see what I'm doing. And what we're going to do first of all is stand in the mountain, nice and steady, the feet underneath the hips. Watch your ankle joints so they don't collapse in or outwards, and trying to get weight through the ball of the foot as well as the heel, and then the shoulders back, hands down, crown of the head lifting, so sideways on, you know, not slumped. Abdominal core just held in a little, tailbone tucked under, hands dropped, and look at the opposite wall comfortably. Okay, lovely. And then to start the pose, we're going to bring the hands to about belly button level. Breathe in, come up, namaste, and breathe out, come down. Pause and breathe. Imagine the sun rising on the eastern horizon. And my pretty cat come to join the yoga. Hello, Freya. And do some stretches, sweetheart. And then I'd like you to breathe in, stretch the arms back and look up. And then breathe out, bend the knees as you come down and touch either towards the floor or onto the shins. And then breathing in, step the left foot back and look up. And then breathing out, both feet back and push back into downward facing dog. Stretching out, you can feel that stretch at the back of the calves. And then breathe in to plank, breathe out and down, forehead to floor, breathe in, up into the cobra, tuck the toes under, breathe out, back into downward facing dog, and then jump the left foot forward. Okay, and you can have that back knee on the ground, and then both feet together, forward bend, breathe in and come up, and breathe out and down. So then we're going to do the other side. So we started with the right foot forward, and now we're going to start with the left foot forward. And if you find that confusing, don't worry, just do a foot, don't panic. So breathing in, breathe out. I simply do this beginning bit just to ground in case you kind of, oh, what are we doing, what are we doing? Right, breathe in, go up and back and look up. Breathe out, coming down. Breathe in, right foot back this time. Breathe out, both feet back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, cobra. Tuck the toes under at the back. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right foot forward. Okay. And then breathe out, forward bend, bend the knees. Look up and breathe out and down. Okay, let's go into the next pair. So breathe in, come up, look up. Breathe out and down. Breathe in, left foot back. Breathe out, both feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, down. Chin along the mat, up. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, turn toes onto the floor. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, left foot jumps forward. You can actually bring it forward. Breathe out. Forward bend, bend the knees, breathe in, come up, back stretch, breathe out, come down. The other side of this pair, breathe in, look up, breathe out and down. Breathe in, right foot back. Breathe out, both feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank, breathe out, down, flatten the tops of the feet onto the floor. Breathe in, cobra, tuck the toes under, breathe out, downward facing dog, and then breathe in, right foot forward, breathe out, down, forward bend, breathe in, bend the knees, protect the back as you come up, breathe out and down, second pair, third pair, breathe in, come up, Breathe out, forward bend. Bend the knees. Breathe in, left foot back. Breathe out, both feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, down, flatten the feet. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, tucking the toes under. Breathe in. You can put the right knee on the ground and jump that left foot forward if you're finding it hard, using your hand. And then breathe out, forward bend. Breathe in, look up, back arch. Breathe out, down. The other side and the last one. Breathe in, coming up, look up to the heavens. Breathe out and down. Breathe in, right foot goes as far back as you can. And then breathe out, both feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. And breathe out, down. Flatten the feet, breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. We'll put the left knee on the ground and help your right foot come forward if you wish. Breathe out, forward bend. Don't protect the back, keep the knees bent, and then sort of squat to come up, protecting the back, using the thighs to come up, look up. Breathe out and down, and ending with namaste. So that's nice, it's invigorating, it's you can do it as fast or as slow as you like, you can do it with the breath, which I try to do. There's even mantras that go with each movement, so I hope that was helpful. And then we're just going to do, I think a little bit of chair yoga would be good after that, so a bit of a sit down. So if you have a chair, something nearby that will help benefit your practice, that'd be great. And you might, if you're short in the legs, as I am, you might want a block of some sort to put your feet on. Okay, because the worst thing you could do if you're in a chair is to sit and the backs here, the thighs are actually, you know, really being dug into, because your feet, the knees need to be up here off those front bits of the chair. So people who are tall with long legs, chairs are very nicely designed for them, but not for us literalists, okay? So sitting on the chair, take the arms out, do nice rotations through the shoulder joint, lovely, and then over, over, over. It's like patting the head, but we're not quite patting the head. We're getting some wrist movements as well. Okay, and then rotate, 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 rotate. Then little circles, nice little circles both ways. Okay, and then down, palm up, and see if you can go down, but don't fall off the chair, obviously. Can you reach the floor? Can you reach the floor? Can you reach the floor? Breathe in, come up, and try to make it side on. Don't sort of cheat by coming forward. Okay, side on. Can you touch the floor? Can you touch the floor? Can you touch the floor? And look up. Lovely side stretch. If you wanted to make that even stronger, you could go right over. And this base hand on the floor is pushing with the fingers. If you find it difficult, obviously, really easy way to help yourself with this is to have blocks on either side. So when you go over, it's comfortable. Okay, going to do that one more time. Breathe out, down to the floor. Use your blocks if you need them. Take the arm over if you want an extra stretch. Breathe in, come up. Lift up. Breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen the crown of the head. We're trying to get the rib cage away from the waist. Breathe out, down. Look up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lovely. Okay, so it's another case of the blocks actually assisting us to do the pose more beneficially. So it's always good to have some nearby in your practice. And then what I'd like you to do next is to sit sideways on in your chair. So you just need to turn, because I need to kind of look towards the camera. It's like so. So you're sideways on the chair. The back of the chair is now here. And what I'd like you to do is breathe in, lengthen through the crown of the head, and breathe out, hold on to the chair. Okay? So you're holding left corner, right corner. And then breathe in, lengthen again, lift the rib cage away from the waist and the hips, And breathing out, can you turn your torso? Okay. Breathing in, lengthen. Breathing out, look over your shoulder. Okay. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Use your arms, especially your forearm strength, to just see if you can twist a little bit further. Gives you a bit of a oomph. But obviously, don't overdo it. And don't, if you can help it, let the belly kind of collapse. Use that core strength to keep the spine nice and upright, nice strong pose. Helps if the chin is down. Most people put the chin up and look up to the heavens. So keep the neck vertebra nice and balanced if you can. Lovely twist. Great. Breathe out, coming back. And of course, we're going to do the other side, which you can do without moving your chair. Okay. So breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, place the hands on the right and the left sides of the chair. And then breathe in, lengthen again, ribcage away from the pelvis. Breathe out, twist in the torso. So you're actually really compressing kidneys a little, getting a little bit of pressure on them. And you're doing a wonderful transverse colon stretch, which is just underneath the diaphragm there. Lovely. Remember about the chin, don't allow it to go up too high. Breathe into the pose. Enjoy. It's a really nice twist. The other thing that people tend to do that's not so helpful is to really tense the shoulders. So imagine the shoulders are just doing nothing, just let them relax. Use the hands. And look over that shoulder as far as you can, go right into peripheral gaze. You'll get that wonderful neck stretch as well, hopefully. And then breathing out, coming to the front. So I would recommend, of course, doing the same amount of time on both sides with that twist. And it can be done, obviously, sitting at your desk anytime that you need a little bit of a stretch. And then coming back to the center, so you're sitting upright on your chair. And then I would recommend, we're going to do a forward bend, but on the chair. So sit further back and place the feet on the floor, but quite wide. Breathe in and come up, long, long stretch. And then when you think you've got this gap, pelvis to rib cage maximum, lift the bottom of your rib cage up over an imaginary bar as you come forward. So can you see that? It's an extra nice long stretch to those internal organs, and then dropping down, okay? So a bit light, but a bit deeper, the aeroplane thing where they say, you know, put your head to your knees. We're going down a little bit deeper. And the nice thing about having the knees quite wide and pointing the feet away from you, so if 12 o'clock is at the front, your left foot's at 10, your right foot's pointing to about 2 o'clock, is that you've got a nice space between the thighs to relax the internal organs, belly area, so they're not squidged up. And then if you want, but be careful, be aware of your chair and that it could tilt, you can reach through behind you with your hands, okay? And that just gives an extra twitch. And if you can, that's the backs of the hands towards the floor, you can just walk the backs of your fingernails, if you like, further through. You feel that lovely deep forward bend, which is soothing and calming. It's doing a wonderful groin stretch as well if you really opened out the knees away from each other. Drop the head, allow the head weight to lengthen the neck, vertebra and discs. And then if you can, relax the hands onto the floor so that you're not straining the shoulders in any way. Hopefully. Okay, and then to come up, walk the hands forward. Okay. And look up. Like so. Excellent. And then one hand on the knee, other hand on the knee, coming up. And take the knees out even wider. So almost like, oh goodness, I can't get my knees wider than that. And watch the knee joint, because you want the toes facing the hinge of the knee joint. Okay, we don't want to compromise the knee joint. And then take the hands to the inside of the knees and just hold that pose. Watch my shoulders, roll them back and down and hold that pose. So taking up as much seat on the train pose, okay? Wide seated pose. Lovely. Nice and wide. Keep the back upright, chin down. Okay, and then bring the hands up. So they're pointing out to the sides, but not in the Maltese cross at the moment. They're just up at star angle. And then take your left hand to your right knee and hold on behind your chair and twist here with the legs wide, looking behind you. It's a lovely waist twist. You probably feel it. Great for the transverse colon, kidneys, spleen. Breathing into the pose. Check your knee joints. If your knee joints are complaining, adjust your foot. Just the direction of your toes, it'll help. Chin down, shoulders down. Breathe in, coming to the front. Hold on to the knees a moment, roll the shoulders back in case there's any strain there. And then right hand goes over to the back of your chair and twist again, or you can put the easy version is to put the right hand on that left knee or to the back of the chair. Okay, so you choose and turn. Okay, and breathing into it, breathe in, lift up from the crown, chin down slightly, breathe out, twisting a little bit further. So these torso twists, they're not done for cardiovascular or aerobic activity, they're actually done to massage internal organs and also to help rejuvenate the discs of the spine and to flex and strengthen and stretch muscles, obviously in the back and the abdominal area. But just relax the shoulders, So staying about the same amount of time. And then breathe in, coming to the front, bring the feet to the front, pause. Okay, comfortably resting. Close the eyes a moment, nothing to do. And then if you have time, in your own time, you could rest in the corpse pose on the floor. But don't sort of suddenly rush out of this yoga session. We want the cells and atoms of the body to beautifully absorb the benefits of the work that we've just done. Thank you.